In the shadowed history of Middle-earth, before the Rings of Power were forged, there was an era of fire and blood. In the deepest pits of Angband, where the light of the trees never touched, Morgoth, the first enemy, grew desperate. His armies were failing against the host of the Valar. He needed a weapon that could not just kill, but erase existence itself. And so, from the infernal fires of ancient malice and forbidden sorcery, he birthed his ultimate masterpiece, Ancalagon the Black. This was not merely a beast of flesh and scale. This was a living cataclysm. When Ancalagon rose from the pits, storms of lightning heralded his arrival. His wings were so vast they did not just cover the sky. They blotted out the sun and the stars, plunging the battlefield into a supernatural, suffocating night. Compared to him, Smaug the Terrible was nothing but a small lizard. Ancalagon was the rushing storm, the black leviathan designed to end the First Age in darkness. Morgoth unleashed him as a final gambit, not to conquer the world, but to unmake it. As the dragon ascended, the very air burned. The heat radiating from his body turned stone into ash and rivers into steam. For a moment, even the Valar, the gods themselves, hesitated. The forces of light were driven back by the sheer weight of this new horror. It seemed that hope had finally been extinguished. But then from the high heavens came the counterstroke. Eärendil the Mariner, sailing the skyship Vingilot, shining with the light of the Silmarillion, and with him came the great eagles led by Thorondor. The battle that followed was beyond mortal comprehension. It was not fought on the ground, but in the upper atmosphere amidst clouds of fire and tearing winds. For a full day and a night they clashed. Thunder rolled across the world as the greatest dragon and the greatest mariner fought for the fate of existence. And then, just as the sun began to rise, the unthinkable happened. Ancalagon fell, but a creature of such size does not die quietly. His death was a catastrophe in itself. His colossal body crashed down upon the triple peaks of Thangorodrim, the greatest volcanic towers in history. The impact was so devastating it shattered the mountains. The earth groaned and cracked under the force. The shockwave did not just break stone, it broke the continent. The dragon died, but he took the world down with him. The lands of Beleriand, vast and beautiful, were torn asunder by the violence of his fall. The ocean rushed in to fill the void. Kingdoms, forests, and history were swallowed by the sea, dragged down by the weight of the black dragon's corpse. Ancalagon proved a grim truth that evil, at its absolute peak, leaves a scar that can never be fully healed. Today, looking at the maps of Middle-earth, we see the broken coastlines. Those are not natural formations. They are the grave of a monster. Some legends say his spirit still lingers in the deep places, a dark memory that makes the very roots of the world tremble. A reminder that before Sauron, before the rings, there was something far, far worse. Ancalagon teaches us the final lesson of the First Age. That victory often comes with a terrible price. The world was saved, but it was broken. And in the end, even the greatest destroyers become nothing but dust waiting to be buried beneath the sea.